There we go. Hello, I didn't think it was recorded there at first, anyway. Hello, welcome to another edition of An English Guy Watching Wrestling. I'm the English Guy, I'm Nick. Thank you so much for clicking on another video. Thank you so much for being there, appreciate it. And in this one, we're going to be reviewing the continuation of the AEW Women's Championship Tournament to determine the number one contender for the AEW Women's Championship, currently held by Hikaru Shida, and the match will take place at Revolution, the next AEW pay-per-view, which takes place on the 7th of March. And I'll say this, so far the tournament has been superb from both sides of the brackets, from the American side and the Japanese side. Now, I'll explain what I mean by that. On the American side, you've got the AEW, mostly AEW women's competitors competing in the tournament, and on the Japanese side, you've got the Joshi Pro competitors, some of which have competed in AEW before, and also Hikaru Shida was once part of that promotion too. So it's cool to see AEW again continuing working relationships with promotions and companies around the world, obviously that don't have Impact Wrestling. Started just recently with New Japan Pro Wrestling, which has been great, and now doing it with Joshi Pro, and it's great to see. So the continuation of what has been so far a fantastic tournament. The opening match was between Ty Conte and Nyla Rose. Now, Ty Conte has had a terrific 2021 so far. She has been the most improved wrestler, I think, in AEW women's division by some considerable margin. Not to say other women haven't been doing a great job, but she's been really good against former AEW Women's Champion Nyla Rose. Now, going into this matchup, I had a feeling this would be a very unique clash of styles because Nyla Rose, obviously, the native beast, very, very powerful, very, very strong, very, very quick for a woman her size and can do things very well. Against Ty Conte, who influences some of her judo background into wrestling, and it's great to see. And she did it in this match, and in all seriousness, it worked for what she was doing, because this match overall was superb. I really liked it. And Ty Conte, as I said, has had a fantastic year, but this was also a terrific wrestling match from Nyla Rose too. And as per usual, the women's division is just on fire in AEW right now. This was no exception. This was a cracking opening match. And Nyla Rose going over was, I think, inevitable in a small way because she is still chasing the AEW Women's Championship. Not to say Ty Conte did not. She put a great show in this match because she really did. And she lost nothing by losing, if that makes any sense. But this was a cracking opening match. I really enjoyed this. And I really want to see these two go out again because, again, this was a very, very enjoyable match. Both women did a fantastic job, so thumbs up to both Tay and Nyla Rose. Next match was from the Japanese side. It was Yuki Sakazaki versus Emi Sakura. Now, both women have been AEW before, and Emi Sakura, of course, Joshi Pro legend, Japanese wrestling legend, one of the head trainers at Joshi Pro, maybe if I'm not wrong, against the magical girl, as I like to call it. That's what she calls herself, and she is. And of course, a smile that she never seems to leave her face. And this was evident against Emi Sakura. A little handshake before the match, even though Emi Sakura was playing heel in this match, to be honest. And it was unusual to see, because I've never seen her as a heel. I've seen her wrestle live many times here in the UK. I've never seen her as a heel, and it was kind of interesting, to be honest. And it works for this match because when you've got Sakazaki, who the magical girl, you're not going to have her as a heel, are you really? And it worked so well in this match. And for the better, because Sakazaki won the match. I think it was the right call after what was a very, very good back and forth match between both of them. I thought it could have gone either way. And I was quite surprised to see Emi as a heel, but then again, when you're facing the magical girl, who everyone loves, a smile that never seems to leave her face, like I said, it kind of makes sense. But again, Japanese women wrestling, if you know and watch it, you know just how good they are. These two proved it here for sure. And I really did enjoy this one. This was one of the best matches of the night. And I really, really want to see Sakazaki continue on its own. I think her versus Hikaru Shida will be a fantastic match. So, definitely a thumbs up to both women. There you go. Next match was also from the Japanese side, Aja Kong versus Ryo Mizunami. Now, of course, two Japanese female wrestling veterans have both been wrestling over 15 years. Aja Kong, 30 years. And this match was a very unusual match, but in a very, very good way. And I absolutely loved the ending. Basically, Aja Kong did not win the match, which surprised me. I honestly thought she would, but Rhea, she won the match. And basically managed to incapacitate, both women were being cancelled out by the referee. Somehow Rhea managed to incapacitate at the very last moment in a very, very clever way to get in the ring and get the count out win. Not very often you see that in AEW or anywhere, in Joshi Pro included. I liked the ending, and it made sense because Ryo will now go on to the next round and will face Sakazaki. I'm not sure who's going to win that one, to be honest, but it's going to be a good match. But with that being said, this was a very unique but a very good match, to be fair. And both hard-hitting competitors. If you've ever seen Aja Kong and Ryo, you know for a fact these two hit hard. And they did. And obviously, Aja Kong sometimes uses a little bit of a hardcore style. She kind of wanted to do in this match, but of course, the referee was saying was having none of it. I enjoyed this match, to be honest. And I think the right woman won. As much as I do like Aja Kong, I've always liked Aja Kong. I thought the right woman went over in this match because it's good to see perhaps some of the talent you've not seen as much in AEW start to get a bit more of a chance. And this was definitely proof of it from the Joshi side. So, thumbs up to both women. A very unusual but entertaining match. Hard hitting. One or two comedy moments that made me laugh. I thought it was very, very unique, but I think that's what both women were trying to do. And it worked. And stuff like this, you like to see in wrestling, can't be taken super seriously all the time. And it works. And especially in Japan, where they do take wrestling so seriously, it was quite a cool thing to see. I enjoyed that. So, thumbs up to both ladies. Which brought us to the last match of the night. Britt Baker versus Maddie Rankowski. Now, Maddie Rankowski took the place of Anna Jay, who was found out has had a niggling shoulder injury, that has been plaguing her for a while, and it's finally caught up to her. And unfortunately, she's going to be out to possibly 6 to 12 months, which is unfortunate, to be honest. Of course, nobody wants to see that, and of course, AEW's women's division is so strong right now, and Anna Jay is part of it. So, obviously, the fact is she could not be part of the tournament, which means Rankowski was able to step in and take her place. Now, I found out during the match, this is something I did not know before the match, Rankowski is one of Thunder Rosa's wrestling students. And of course, as if you know, Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker are having a feud at the moment. So it was a really, very interesting and clever idea by AEW to put her into the match. So, of course, Britt Baker knew this, and before the match, started to go after Maddie Rankowski, and kind of incapacitated her a little bit before the match could even start. And when they finally both got into the ring, unfortunately Britt Baker had an advantage. Not to say that Rankowski did not make a good showing of herself, because she really did. Now, Britt Baker, as I said before, is one of the most reliable women performers in all of wrestling. I think she's great. The first woman wrestler ever signed by AEW. And she's proven to be, whether she's doing the waiting room, being in the ring, she is just great. You can't not rely on her. She's one of the best there is at the moment. Against Rankowski, who, as I said, put in a very good match herself, despite the fact she was incapacitated a little bit before the match. It just shows what no matter what kind of women's division AEW has, whatever women wrestlers AEW has to step up at the last minute, which Rankowski had to. She showed what she can do, and I really enjoyed her performance too. And I think Britt Baker winning was the right call, because I think at some point Thunder Rosa and Britt Baker will meet again, possibly again in the tournament. But overall, 4 very good matches, and very, very entertaining to watch the AEW and Joshi Women's Division work on both sides of the world. And eventually we'll meet at Revolution, whether it will be from the Japanese side, or whether it will be from the American side. Actually, I haven't said that. I'm not too sure when the winners actually meet. I know, so like the winner winners meet each other at Revolution. Sorry, that's my fault. And that's going to be an interesting match to see. I mean, the potential matches you can see are going to be great. I'm going to make a prediction right here, right now. If I'm right, fine. If I'm wrong, fine as well. I'd love to see a final between Sakazaki and Thunder Rosa. I'm not sure if that's what's going to happen. We'll find out. But I'd love to see that as a final, because I think that match would just be terrific. But then, whatever final it's going to be worth watching. So, we'll definitely have to see what happens. And with that being said, that is it for this review. Thank you so much for watching. I really appreciate it. after the unusual intro. After thinking it wasn't recording, but it was recording. So there you go. But anyway, I will see you next time. But until that time, thank you again for watching. Take care, and I'll see you later.